Before we get into today's Chicago Bears Now episode, I want you guys to subscribe to the channel. You see the link below? It's youtube.com/Bears Now. We're breaking down the latest trade rumors, news, free agency coverage, draft, mailbags. We do it all here on Chicago Bears Now. Daily videos coming at you just like this one. On today's show, we'll take a look at 5 quarterbacks the Bears could trade for this offseason. And let's just start with the background info here. The Bears are obviously searching for a quarterback as Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace enter 2021 on the hot seat, at least in my opinion. Who knows with George McCaskey in charge. Several veteran quarterbacks could be available on the trade market, which increases the chances that the Chicago Bears could land one of these guys, which is why I'm going to go through 5 names and a couple of honorable mentions that Chicago could target in a trade this offseason. So we'll ask you this question first, then we'll get into some guys. Should the Bears trade for a quarterback? Type Y for yes, type N for no. If you guys think the Bears should trade for one, type Y in the comment section. If you like Nick Foles, I guess type N for no. 5 quarterbacks the Bears could trade for coming at you here on Chicago Bears Now. We'll go from 5 to 1 here. I had to include him, Aaron Rodgers. I'll put him at number 5 with the caveat of this is not going to happen. I would put this at a less than a 1% chance, but Ryan Pace is not doing his job if he doesn't at least call the Green Bay Packers. So give him a call. You never know. Jordan Love got drafted in the first round last year. There's been some chatter, oh, maybe they'll turn to Love. I don't think that's going to happen for at least another year. But again, you never know what could happen. Go ahead and call. He's the league MVP. If there's even a slimmer of a chance, you owe it to yourself to see how realistic it is. I think they'll say no, stop calling, and then you move on. But why not? If it's even a 1% chance, you owe it to your franchise to at least make a phone call. Now, Rodgers' cap hit, that's what makes this interesting, is it's not that bad. $22 million next year, if a team trades for him, the Bears can make that work. They can move a couple of contracts around. Over the next 3 years, his average cap hit is just over $24 million. He's got a pretty team-friendly contract for what he's producing on the football field. I'll reiterate one more time. I don't think it's going to happen. There's almost a 0% chance, but why not at least try and see what they have to say? Now, be honest. You're the GM. Would you accept Aaron Rodgers in Chicago? Actually, answer this from a fan's perspective. Type A for accept, type H for hell no. Because I know some of you guys are like, I don't care. There's no way I could have Rodgers be my quarterback. I think you're crazy because he instantly becomes the best quarterback you've ever had. I saw Brett Favre go to Minnesota after 2 decades in Green Bay. Weirder things have happened. But let me know. A for accept, H for hell no. Here's how you guys answer this question in the comment section. I do want to mention these 3 guys real quick. They didn't crack my top 5. Carson Wentz, there's still some chatter. He could 1 out. I'm just out on him. I think he's soft. I think he's mentally weak. I don't want him as my franchise quarterback. Oh, and on top of that, he sucked last year. Number 2, Dak Prescott. I would love Dak, but the Cowboys, at minimum, are going to tag him. I guess they could tag and trade for him, but I think Dallas is going to keep him for at least another year. Marcus Mariota, no, not interested. I've seen that name floated out a few times. I just don't think he's a franchise quarterback. Matt Ryan is, though, and I have him at number 4. I'd probably have him a couple slots higher, but I don't know what Arthur Smith and the Falcons are going to do at quarterback. Obviously, the Tennessee Titans OC is now their head coach. I would guess he wants to at least give it 1 year with a veteran quarterback like Matt Ryan, who has somewhat similar attributes to a guy like Ryan Tannehill with more ability than Tannehill, and see if Smith can make the Falcons a contender. That's why I have him down at 4. But he's worth talking about because the Falcons do have the number 4 pick in the NFL draft. What if they draft a guy like Justin Fields? What if they draft a Zach Wilson and they think that that guy is ready from year 1 and they're saying, hey, to maximize Matt Ryan's value, trading in this offseason is going to get more in a trade than it will next offseason because he's going to be 36 this year. If you wait another year, if you're Atlanta, then he's 37. He's got more miles on those tires. At that point, he's not worth as much. I think the Falcons could get at least a first-round pick and a little bit more for Matt Ryan, so trading him now maximizes his value. Not convinced they'll do it. He'll be 36 next year. They might consider it if they draft a quarterback at number 4. Now, what do you guys think? Is Matt Ryan worth a first-round pick? Type 1 for yes, type 2 for no. I still think he is. He's still a fringe top 10 quarterback. He threw for 4,500 yards this year, for goodness sake, on a bad Atlanta team, and Julio missed a lot of the season. I'm typing my one for yes. Let me know what you guys think down below. All right, top 3 here. I think Matt Ryan's better than Jimmy Garoppolo, but I think this is more likely, so I'll go Jimmy G at number 3. We've talked about him. I think he's a clear upgrade from Mitchell Trubisky. The 2 red flags here. 1, injuries. And 2, he was kind of so-so last year when he did play. So that's a little cause for concern. But if you told me, hey, you're going to get 2019 Jimmy Garoppolo, isn't that like an 11-win Chicago Bears team and a team that's at least dangerous in the playoffs? This team is built similarly to the 49ers. Run the football, play defense, timely passing from your quarterback. That's what Jimmy Garoppolo can provide. You didn't get enough of that from Nick Foles or Mitchell Trubisky. It was too inconsistent. Jimmy G can sit in the pocket and deliver the football. Now, like I said, the injury concerns are real. He's missed more games than he's played since joining San Francisco. That's obviously a concern. But if he's healthy, he is a clear upgrade. Let's not get it twisted. He would be better than Trubisky or Foles. And if the Bears trade for a quarterback, we're going to break it down here on the channel, which is why you should subscribe. Bear down, hit that sub button. It's youtube.com/Bears. Now, all kinds of coverage for you guys. Plus, just last week, I had 10 quarterbacks that could start for the Bears next season. Today, we're doing 5 trade targets at quarterback. We're going to break it all down all off-season long. So subscribe to the channel. We're growing every single day. Daily videos just for you guys. And then the top guy, and this isn't going to change, Deshaun Watson. Because, A, he's getting traded. I'm convinced at this point he will get traded. And if Ryan Pace doesn't do everything he can to get Deshaun Watson, he's just bad at his job. The problem is we know he's not very good at his job, so for all we know, he's not even considering this. I think he will. I would hope he would. But Matt Nagy would love Deshaun Watson because he would have his guy for the next decade plus. This is an 11-plus win team instantly if you get this guy. I'm convinced of that. You sign AR, you trade for Watson. I don't care how much it costs. You want some blood? You want me to donate some blood for Watson? I'll make it happen. Let's get this guy to Chicago. I don't care what you have to give up to do it. You try everything if you are Ryan Pace, if you are Matt Nagy, to get Deshaun Watson to Chicago. Yeah, it doesn't make up for drafting the wrong quarterback in 2017, but it helps. It definitely helps. You got a defense that's ready to win. You got a number 1 receiver if you decide to bring him back. You got a good run game with David Montgomery. You just need the damn quarterback. Deshaun Watson's the guy. He's young. He's a beast. These guys don't become available at the age of 25 years old. Oh, and by the way, his cap hit next year isn't that expensive. You can worry about 2022 and 2022. Make it happen. Try everything to get Deshaun Watson. Those are some names I'm keeping in mind. What do you guys think? Name a quarterback the Bears should trade for this offseason. I want Deshaun Watson. Let me know in the comments who the Bears should trade for.